guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing very well. This is me, Reshma Ravindran, and today we are going to talk about some of the things that's happening here in Canada, and the things that I might discuss could be a little discouraging, but I thought that it's high time we discuss the scenario here in Canada. And before we go into the video, please do subscribe to my channel because that is what motivates me to make more videos. We all know that post-COVID, there has been a lot of things that has changed entirely in all countries. Like most of the countries have been going through recession, and there's also been inflation, and this is not just specific to Canada, but it's been happening throughout the world. And of course, being here in Canada, I have faced the biggest hit because I remember coming here as a student in 2021, and I remember, posting a video about it as well. And the cost of living back then was way less than what it is today. Because when I was there in Sarnia, I was paying $450. You guys might remember if you have seen my old videos. And I was paying $450 for a separate bedroom in Sarnia. And right now, I think that's like impossible thing to do because the rent is ridiculous. And I don't know what word I can use for it. The accommodation is going over the roof, and it's getting really difficult to actually pay for the rent. And I think that this is mainly because, again, as I mentioned earlier, it's because of the recession and inflation that's been happening. And I also feel that there has been a sudden increase with a lot of immigrants coming to Canada, and maybe there wasn't a proper structure that was built for the immigrants, and it's been difficult to actually find an accommodation. It's become like, we have a lot of immigrants coming in, but there's no place to live, and that's how it is. Because I'm not even exaggerating it, that's the exact situation that is right now. Like, everyone's finding difficult to find accommodation, and even if you find something, it's again it's very expensive and everything. And the reason here is because I know that Canada is like a very big country, but the majority of the immigrants who come in would mainly stay in like big cities like Toronto or maybe Vancouver, Montreal, Halifax, and places like that. And so obviously the rent in these places have increased because these places are like closer to the US, and it's not that cold. So obviously people prefer staying here, and also the industries and job opportunities are also more here. So ultimately people would want to stay here, and the growth in Canada is only in these specific places, and that's the reason why the rent is so high here. I'm actually not sure if Canada is actually ready to take a lot of immigrants because there is a lot of space here, but then again, like I said earlier, there are not a lot of homes. Immigrants are just coming every day, and they say that there is about 3.6 million immigrants coming every year, and there's no place to live. So that is something that the government has to really look into, because you can't just keep inviting people, and if there's no place to stay, I don't understand the whole point of inviting people. And ultimately this has been affecting everything. And obviously because of the inflation, the groceries have also taken a hit. Like, for instance, I remember paying around $50 for my weekly groceries, but I'm pretty sure that it has at least gone up to at least $70 to $80 per week. Again, there's a huge hit. Like, at least my expenses have increased from around 15 to 20% from what I was actually paying before. That is a huge number. And the inflation and recession is fine because it's happening everywhere, but I feel that Canada was not really prepared for this. And of course, there's the good news that the government has been giving rebate for groceries and for all the residents here in Canada, so that's a great thing. So that's a good news. And also, here's the deal. I do remember when I came here, getting a part-time job was so easy. But the scenario now again is very difficult because it's become absolutely competitive. Because when I came here, there were not a lot of students. It was so easy to get a part-time job. But right now, I know a lot of my friends who are actually struggling to get a part-time job. And I don't know why this has happened. Again, it comes back to the same point of how the market is not that great, and I think it's the situation is same everywhere. But when you come here as an international student, I totally understand like how important having a part-time job is. And I'm not saying that you will not get a part-time job. Obviously you will get, but the thing is the competition has increased. So that is what I've been noticing so far. And even in my previous videos, I have mentioned a couple of things that you can keep in mind before coming here. And I think those tips will actually help you to get a part-time job. But if you haven't watched that video, I'm going to be linking that video in the description box below. So you can watch that and see how you can get a new job. So of course there were a couple of DMs that I got from people asking about international cap on international students. And yes, there was a discussion about that amongst the ministers about capping international students. But then there, of course, a lot of universities and colleges were completely against it, because we know why. Because we are paying at least 4 to 6 times more than what domestic students here in Canada pay. So obviously we are a huge source of income as international students. So this was again just a discussion, and no one is actually going through with it, so you don't have to worry about it. But then of course, overall the situation right now for international students, I don't think it is like really great. But again, if you are coming, I have already said a lot of things in my videos earlier. The thing is, choose the right college, choose the right course, look at job prospects. Like for instance, you might be doing something that is like currently in demand here in Canada, so obviously you might get a job. But what if the course that you are choosing is not really popular here in Canada? So in that case, that would be a problem for you. So before coming here to Canada, do your own research. Do not listen to just consultancies. This is something that I've been repeating in most of my videos. So make sure you choose the right course, and make sure you go to a college that has a lot of opportunities that can give you the right kind of exposure. And if you are choosing a program that has co-op or internship, like make sure that the college is able to provide you with the right kind of guidance that can help you secure a co-op job. And make sure that you do everything right from your part. The reason why I'm talking about this is not because I want to discourage you, but the fact that I want you guys to make sure that you do your research before you come here. You know the ground reality, you know everything about the situation here. And of course, the recent situation that you guys have heard in news and everything, of course, there is an issue going on between India and Canada. And the issue is obviously between the governments. I don't want to get into details of it, because I know you guys must have known. But I know, ever since I heard that news, a lot of people were thinking that, oh my god, is the situation like really terrible, like you cannot just go out and all that. No, it has not affected people here in Canada so far. The issue is between the government and they are dealing with it, and it hasn't affected people here so far. So fingers crossed. So everything is fine so far. Everything is great, and I'm going to be updating you guys with any information that I get here. But so far everything is safe, and there's nothing to worry. But obviously the other things that I discussed throughout this video, everything is real, and I think that you guys should come here with the right mindset, be well prepared, because it could even take around 3 months to find a part-time job. So what I'm trying to say is, take your time and make sure you do all the research, choose the right course, and be well prepared. Like, just know what is going to happen here. And like, I know a lot of people have been watching my old videos, as in the videos that I posted in 2021 and all that, and like, you guys reach out to me to ask me about part-time jobs and accommodation. And I just want to let you know that it's 2023 and things have completely changed. So this is the current scenario here. I will update more videos about how things have been here in Canada. But for that, please do subscribe to my channel, because that is what motivates me to make more videos. Bye bye.